What is going on, guys? Welcome back to yet another 1 versus 1 ranked duel tier list. Wrong one. Awkward. Okay, so, before this video starts, I am going to be doing a giveaway. Hi-Rez has sent me a ton of codes for Chibi Yanis, as well as a Battle Pass. We'll do a Battle Pass giveaway in another video for the duel guide or something. But for this special occasion, if you do want a chance at winning this awesome new Chibi Yanis skin, please be sure to leave the video a like, leave a comment, and make sure you subscribe. That's all you gotta do, and you will have a chance at winning that awesome skin. So that's all you gotta do. Okay, so let's get started. We're gonna be creating a tier list. I can't use Smite Guru and use my old tier list because Smite Guru. Okay, the mic was far away. Oops. Smite Guru is like really weird now, and they changed a bunch of things. So I'm going to be using my old tier list, as you saw right here, as reference, and I'm just going to be putting them in the same, or like basing it off that, so I don't have to go through every single one again, so it's a little faster, and we don't have to sit around and, you know, waste a lot of time here. Let me just try and see everyone. Okay, so let's get started with the top tier gods and see if any of them have changed. Is it alphabetical? Okay, it is. So Bakasura, I don't think has changed. I think he's still S+. He's still... S+ is normally gods that you're 100% of the time going to ban. Gods like Bakasura, probably AMC, Uller, Pele. Has Uller moved at all? Uller hasn't been nerfed or anything, so I feel like he's still 100% ban worthy, as well as them. And then Pele. Where's Pele? Freya used to be SS, but I don't even know if she's S+ anymore. That's a big thing, because I had Freya as the top dog in Duel, and she was without a doubt the #1 best character in Duel. But she got nerfed very hard, and I don't know if she's even S+ anymore. I don't ban her anymore. I don't think she's worth the ban. I think she's maybe S. Also, 1 second. I need to get a picture for the thumbnail. Okay, wait. I gotta get like a... It's like what you should be playing in Duel. Is that good? Is that good? I hope that's good. I really hope I don't have to fucking pose again. That was a little weird. Okay, so yeah. I got my big glass of water for this as well. Gotta stay hydrated. Okay, so. S+ gods are generally gods that you go to your way to ban, unless there's counter picks specifically that you're trying to get through and you're trying to play one of these gods. But I don't think there's set in stone a god that's just 100% like way better than any other character at the moment in the current meta. But yeah, S+ gods are like that. S tier gods are gods that sometimes you ban, and it's more like preference. These gods are more like, you know, they're annoying to play against, and they're higher tier. Like they're actually like pretty friggin' good, and they're hard to deal with. Gods like this would be Kali. Kali used to be S+, but now with the attackers meta and stuff like that, it takes too long for her to get online, and auto attack base just doesn't work as well, or it just takes longer to get online. So Kali's been there for a little while. By the way, none of these are in order. This isn't like from best to worst or anything like that. I will say, I will go to my way and say that some of these ones I will go to my way to talk about if a god is higher up in S or is lower in S, like if it be like S, like between S+ and like S. So like I did in the previous tier list. Anyways, gods like Anubis on her, obviously. Few ADCs. Hu Yi. Hu Yi is definitely S, but I feel... I don't know. No, I still wouldn't. I think he'd be on the higher end of S now, because he got buffed. Although it's a big buff, it's not enough to put him in the reigns of like Bakasura, AMC, like Uller and Hebo and them. Like I feel like they're way too strong. And although Hu Yi is good, I don't think he would be debatable on the higher up class of S. Okay, let's go. Neith, also, she's like perfect for S class. Like she has high potential. She's low skill floor, high skill ceiling, all that stuff. Really cool character. I'm trying to think of the ones that have changed like a lot. So I'm gonna be going through and placing majority of them where they previously were. I think Hera might have moved down though. I think instead of S, she's definitely S-. That's the thing with a lot of new characters I find, is that in my previous tier list, this tier list was like, I think 4 or 5 months ago, the end of season 5, right? Or it was mid-season 6, I'm not sure. End of season 5, yeah, okay. Hera was like top tier, but I feel like a lot of people actually understand like more how the character works now. And that's like a big thing. Why are there 2 horses and 2 sets here? Like, the thing is that I understand, like, new characters are challenging to play against and difficult, and they seem like they're really strong, but you gotta also keep in mind that these characters are brand new. Like, they're newer to ranked, so you're not gonna be as experienced as, like, a Kali or something where you know what you're doing, right? So you can't just automatically place a god, like, way higher up on a tier list just simply because, you know, you don't understand how to play against her. I don't see as many Heras, and I don't lose as much to her, because I feel like people are starting to understand her kit, and she probably got nerfed a little bit. So anyways, yeah, let's move on. Medusa, I think she also stays in S. Maybe S minus, though. I don't know if I'd put her in the same category as, like... She has the potential to be S, but I feel like she might be S minus. I'll put her on, like, the lower end of S, I feel. Erlong... also S minus. I feel like if he was to go up against any of these characters, he would definitely have a hard time, without a doubt. But I feel like he definitely belongs at least in S minus or higher up of S minus. That's for certain. Hell, I had her in A plus. I think I'm gonna move her to S minus now. She recently got a big buff, and she has so much more potential than people understand. Her early game is her biggest weakness. And that being said, even though it's her biggest weakness, she can instantly clear a wave early game, and let's just get like crazy pressure. If you know how to play the character, then the character is ridiculously strong. She's at least at the bottom of S minus in my opinion. I think she moved up, especially with the healer meta coming in. I feel like she's without a doubt at least mid S minus, at least mid lower S minus. I put her on the reins of like Poseidon and all them. Let's see, where's Poseidon. Where are you, Poseidon? Oh, there you are. Okay, so Poseidon, I don't think is moved. I don't know, like, if Speed Potion and all that are actually going to have a huge effect on whether or not some characters are good, because it does change some things late game, you being able to actually purchase an extra item, but I don't know just yet. So this is just after, by the way, this tier list is being made immediately after the new patch, the changes to Duel, with the lower Titan health, all that stuff, all those things. So, and the Speed Potion. So we don't exactly know how that's going to affect the meta, because it's difficult to, decide that until we get later on into the split. So once the tier list changes, then we'll see. But for now, I'm going to keep him there because, he could switch out his boots for like a hasten ring or something like that, and it could be, not fun to play against. Anyways, let's move on. What do we got here? Soul. I feel like Soul has fallen off. I feel like she has potential, but I just don't see her anymore. Nobody really plays her. Like, she's so good with Bancrofts and stuff like that, but something about it feels like she's changed to, like, A+, maybe. Or at least bottom of S-. I don't know what it is, but I feel like she's fallen off. Did she get nerfed? Because I don't see her, like, anymore at all. I'm going to keep her in S- for now, like, lower ends of S-, but we will change as we go along here. Vulcan, without a doubt, is going to stay on S-. Now, another one. This may surprise some of you. Vamana. I think he's at least S-, maybe S. It's debatable. I think he's comfortable in S- because he, without a doubt, could beat anybody in A+, without a doubt. The character right now, the strategy with Vamana, if you don't know, stupidly aids, first of all. Blackthorn came in and just fucking took over the meta. Thank God it didn't make a tier list during the Blackthorn meta. Whew, it's kind of fallen off a little bit now because they nerfed the item and everything. But Vamana stayed top tier in this. What he does is he builds Talaria boots. He goes defense, especially if it's physical defense, good fucking luck. And he's just going to build full movement speed. If you're a god with no mobility and you're up against a Vamana, bye-bye. Bye-bye. Like, late game, like, even if you have a sprint, you are not getting away from him. You have to be so careful. The only gods, I think, that can stand a chance against him, I don't think he could beat some of these characters in S, but I don't think he's strong enough to be in S himself. I feel like Kronos and Medusa are on, like, the lower ends of S now. But yeah, like, the thing is that most of these ADCs and stuff like that have a good way of applying anti-heal with Ankh, and then, like, they get Toxic Blade and stuff like that. Because, like, the biggest issue is the Vamana either will chase you down. Honestly, like, Vamana beats Neath and stuff like that. I could see him being, like, 100% beating Neath. Like, the only thing you can do against him really is camp unless you have, like, enough DPS. Like, he would... I'm trying to think, because, like, there's some matchups where Vamana just dominates. And I think he might be strong enough to put in, like, the lower ends of S. I'm not sure. He's either high S- or low S. I'm not sure yet. We will get back to that. For now, let's keep moving on. Zhonghui. Zhonghui's going to stay in S-. I still feel like he belongs there. Bancroft's meta is really good for a lot of healing mages. Hades... He's gotten stronger. He's definitely gotten stronger. He got a buff to his ultimate and all that, but I don't think it's enough to actually move him up to S- or anything. I think Camazot's 100% has fallen off in this meta. He definitely, or at least has went down in popularity and strength. Because there's a number of things. Attacker's Blessing was really good for him and all that, but there's a few things that kind of mess with him. That being the tankier starts. His sustain is just not as good. Like, it's not as useful, I'd say. Like, pretty much Blackthorn and all that give them so much HP, and a lot of ability-based characters kind of struggle against that, like hardcore. Like, a lot of HP is really hard to deal with, especially in the early game phases. And throughout this meta, even if people still build Blackthorn, Camazot struggles like a lot, and a lot of ability-based characters do in general. Which is the annoying thing. So I feel like Camazot's, without a doubt, has fallen off quite a bit, and especially dealing with Bancrofts and stuff like that. I don't think he can just keep up. I don't think he's an S- level character anymore, which is sad because he used to be like an S+, like S level character. My last Tierlist he was S-, but I don't think he's strong enough to be up there anymore. Scotty. What do we think for Scotty? Vamana would destroy Scotty, oh my god. I'm just seeing Vamana beat a lot of the characters in here. I can't make up my mind with him. He's low S. We're putting him on low S. Yeah, I think he belongs there. I could just see him like beating quite a few characters up here, which makes me, or even in here, which is just like, okay, well, yeah, he definitely needs to be moved up. We'll keep him there for now. Scotty, comfortable in S-. She's not insane, but she's not bad at the same time. She definitely deserves to be at least in here. She is still Scotty. Let's take a look. What else we got? Agni. Like, Agni's fallen off. He's definitely like A+ now. He used to have the potential to be S-, but I don't know. I feel like Bancrofts and all that doesn't do as much for him as it used to. I used to see him a little more, but nowadays, I don't know. He's not as good like in terms of like a backdooring character and getting to late game. Like, he has to commit so much. If he's caught without his dash and like you miss your stun, you're completely screwed. Whereas other mages like Poseidon, he can constantly be throwing his 3 under him. I don't think he's in the same like field as you know, Poseidon and Vulcan, because like a lot of this meta is going to be focused around people just trying to get the Phoenix and then, you know, the backdoor potential and killing the Titan quickly and like their peel and stuff like that. Agni has decent peel, but like compared to gods like, you know, Vulcan and Poseidon, Zhonghui and stuff like that, it's like, I don't know. I'm gonna move Soul down. I feel like she doesn't deserve to be up there. Now that I'm really thinking about it, I'm comparing Agni to Soul, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, Soul definitely deserves to be A+, not S-. Okay. Let's move on. Achilles. I had him in A+. I'm gonna keep him in A+. He definitely deserves to be in there. Not bad enough to be A. A+ would be like, I want to say balanced, but in terms of Duel, you can't really balance anything. Like, Duel, instead of balance, is more, we're focusing on what's overpowered and like what just works in the current meta around Bancrofts, attackers, backdooring, secure, all that sort of thing, kite potential, all that sort of stuff, like peel, all of those things come into play in Duel, and it's more that than actually balancing. So a Duel tier list is a lot different than like a Conquest tier list that's actually balanced, because the game isn't balanced around this, obviously. So yeah, I think they're comfortable. I would like, so I can't say that A+ is balanced, but it's like characters that seemingly, you know, can do well, but are also are, you know, they're not on the same level as, you know, the stronger characters that are obviously just designed to be good in this mode. Loki, where are you? Where are you, my friend? Am I blind? Loki. There you are. A-. Move him from A+ to A-. Maybe A. He's between A and... I'm going to keep an A for now, and then I'll talk about him after, once I start fitting some more gods in here. Ymir. Ymir is either S- or A+. With the discoveries that Rainian has come across, Ymir is a definite, really strong character, but it has to be in the right hands. Like, I can't just say, like, Rainian's Ymir would definitely be, like, S- to S, but in the hands of just, an average person. We're balancing this on, like, an average scale, so I want to put him in A+ or low S- just in general, because Ymir's early game is literally uncontestable. There is not a single character. There's so few characters in the game, and you can counterban some of them, that can, with, like, if you know how to properly position yourself with Ymir, never overextend, and are just careful with your positioning, his abilities are not that hard to hit. They're not too complicated. And if you understand exactly, like, what you can do in certain engagements, the potential in that god is just... It's like he's really, really good in Duel. And I feel like it's kind of... I wouldn't say underrated, but... I don't know if it's enough to put him in S- or not. Because, like, I could easily see him beating so many of these characters. Like, I just lost to Rainian, like, yesterday when I was playing Hell. Oh, to be fair, I gave up, like, after the first blood, because I don't like playing. Because, like, you're forced to play passive against a Ymir is the annoying thing. We'll keep him in A+ for now. But, yeah. Paulo, comfortable in A+. I think he's good there. He's above average on an ADC level in terms of most of them that are in A. Upwash, definitely A, maybe even A-. Just not enough kite or like peel for him or anything like that. He's got decent sustain, but having no escape kind of messes him up. I'm trying to think who to move on to next. Hachiman? Where are you, Mr. Hachiman? Oh, come on, where are you? I hate this. God. There it is. Okay. Hachiman definitely deserves to be an A+. He's like Apollo. He's not like a significantly crazy good ADC on the levels of those, but he is definitely up there in terms of his, we call it, like his steroid. Mainly gods with steroids like stick out more than other ones. Like, for example, gods that I have like lower, like Chiron and stuff like that don't have an actual steroid. A good one are actually like more like A class. Same with Cupid. Cupid might actually be A+, though. He's either A+ or A. I don't know if I'm comfortable putting him in A+, though. He has a decent steroid, though. He has decent mobility and stuff like that. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to keep him in A+. His ult and stuff like that. He's got good peel. Yeah, probably A+. Baron? Baron's a funny one. Baron is a funny one. I have him in S- in this tier list. I don't see many people playing him as much anymore. That's for certain. Because he used to be... It's like the same thing with all these friggin' gods. Like Baron, like Hera, all these gods that are just like... Because people don't understand their potential and stuff like that and don't know how to play against them, they immediately assume the god is overpowered. And it's a very popular thing lately, or for like ever. But I don't think he's low enough to be put on the same level as A+. Then again, I don't know if I can even see him beating most of the characters in S-. We're going to keep an A+ for now. But I feel he's definitely moved down. Susanoo, comfortable in A. Susanoo is another, like, comfort pick. Same with Thanatos. Just because a certain player can play them well doesn't mean that they are necessarily amazing characters. Like, they might be some of my favorite gods, but I can understand. Just because I have a lot of time in these characters doesn't mean that they're necessarily that good. They fail a lot against a lot of characters that are above them, like Erlang Shen. Like, imagine a Thanatos versus Erlang Shen or a Vamana. Like, good luck. You're not winning. Like, tank your characters, especially ones that go Blackthorn. Like, Blackthorn Nemean. Think about Susanoo. Like, Susanoo, for example. Like, they go Nemean. Even if you're, like, super precise, and I've lost because of, like, literally just because you can be so precise with your auto attack cancels, that's not enough. They're going to reflect so much damage. Like, especially if you have Hydras. Like, if you're auto attack canceling off of the Nemean, it's going to come back and bite you in the ass really, really hard. And there's just so many things that can just counter them right now, and I feel like most ability-based characters are sort of struggling. Wheelix could be put in the same boat as them. Merlin. Merlin is one of two things. He's either high A plus or low S minus. A lot of people get triggered on Merlin because I don't know why people think of him so highly. He's a god with so little mobility, and he's forced to camp. There's so much debate on this character, and I feel like it's the exact same thing as like Baron and Hera. People are going to start realizing here, like after a few months, that oh, this character, and he's also getting nerfed, which is also isn't going to help him. So I'm going to keep him an A plus for now. He just doesn't have the potential to do anything. Like early, like all he does is he will sit back like this in frost stance, attempt to poke you, and once you're even remotely low enough, he'll slowly move up towards you, which you can easily avoid by walking in the opposite direction. If he dashes at you and switches stances, and he doesn't kill you with those abilities, his dash is down, his stance switches down, and his only two abilities that he has in that stance are down. He is a sitting duck. So if you literally bait that out or play around that, get a blink, have a jump, catch him without his dash when his stance switches down. Like if you engage him when he's already switched stances, he's literally got two abilities to fight you with after he's dashed. Like there's so little to that character. Yes, he's amazing late game. He does a lot of damage late game, and it can be difficult to play around with Gem of Isolation and stuff like that. But you got to understand that the meta has currently just changed. So backdooring and stuff like that, or just straight up killing the Titan is a lot easier now. So even just staying alive as Merlin against most early game, like snowball characters, like characters that do really well early game with like Attacker's Blessing, and they can pressure out all the buffs, even if you camp all game and you don't kill, and they don't kill you, if they manage to get the objectives and everything and hit 20 before you get your Phoenix, good luck defending when they're just going to keep poking you out and when they're super far ahead and just whittling down your Titan super fast, considering it, they can just, like imagine an Anubis just walking past. Speaking of that. Where's Anubis? Oh, he's already there. Yeah, he's an S, so yeah. Anyways, that is Merlin. That is my opinion. Remember, all of this is an opinion, so don't be too angry at me if you disagree with anything like this. You can talk about it in the comments, give your opinions, give your thoughts. But remember, this is what I think, so you don't have to take it to heart and just hate me because I have opinions. This is just the opinions of a guy who's played thousands and thousands and thousands of Duel games, and I've been playing the game for a very long time, and people kind of enjoy seeing what I have to say about certain characters, and they were curious for a tier list. Anyways, yeah. We got Osiris at A+. I think he's comfortable there. I don't know if I want to keep her in A+ or A. I feel like I don't think Runeforge and stuff like that was at the end of Season 5 or as good as it is now. And there's a lot of builds that can really help with Artemis and all of that. So I feel like she's definitely at least high A or low A+, I'm thinking. Yeah, I'm comfortable with keeping her there. But the only problem is her lack of mobility. So she's either low A+, high A. I'll get back to it. Hercules, definitely A+, without a doubt. I'm just checking my old tier list to see. Yeah. Same with Cuchulainn. I keep Cuchulainn there. I'm just going to move a lot of these gods in where I feel like they are. Bellona is probably A+. She fell off. She used to be really good, but most of the auto attack based early focused meta has sort of fallen off a little bit, and she doesn't do as well, especially with Attacker's Blessing, because it screws people over so hard. Bastet A, maybe A+. I don't think she's high enough to be A+, though. Nemesis, I'm going to keep her in A. I had her in A+ last time, but I feel like she's just fallen off. Or she's just always been at the bottom now. With Attacker's Blessing just destroying early game, she can't even get a decent item online. Like, she has to go, if she even gets Golden Blade and all that. Oh my god, dude. It's just, it takes so long to get everything online. What else? King Arthur's a good one. Okay, so this video is going to take too long to render, and I'm going to be going out, so I can't actually edit this. So just skip ahead to when I'm back, but I'm just going to be like 5 seconds. I'm going to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back, guys. Sorry, I know, unprofessional. I would have made it up to you by showing you Snowball, but unfortunately he is sick again. For God's sakes, it sucks. Yeah, I got back from the gym and I haven't used the bathroom a lot because of my pre-workout. I don't know why. Anyways, I had to do that because I didn't want to rush the tier list too much because like I had to go to the bathroom. Anyways, let's get back. Let's move on. Raw. I have Raw in A, but I feel like he has A+ potential. He definitely does. He's a god that you can build Gem of Isolation on. He's got so many slows in his kit. He's got healing, him plus Bancross. The lower he gets, the more he heals, the more damage he does. He's got so much going for him. And I feel like I could easily see him beating a lot of these characters in A. Hunbat's same boat as the other assassins. Amaterasu definitely just as good as most of the auto attack based warriors. Chunga. I'm gonna wait a second before I do her. Chunabog, same boat. Him with Igavol is extremely good with his passive, without a doubt. Dodgy, same boat. Fenrir, A+. He's comfortable in A+. I like having him there. Yeah, just because he's good, but he also got nerfed, and he'd probably be on the lower end of A+ now. He's definitely a good character with sustain, all that Azzy upgrade or updated Azzy, all that sort of stuff. Very good for him, but he did get nerfed in his early game, which was like his biggest thing. Like he would just destroy people. Now that like he got that big nerf, I think he's on the lower end. I'll still keep him in A+, but he's definitely on the lower end. He's not as bad as these characters, without a doubt. King Arthur. I want to talk about King Arthur. Where is he? Where do I want to put King Arthur? King Arthur is on the lower end of A+. King Arthur is either A or A+. I'm undecided. This character might seem very strong. He's like the strongest god in Conquest, without a doubt. So stupidly strong. But in Duel, you have to realize that he has very little objective pressure. Yes, he has good damage. He can be both super tanky, lots of sustain, all that stuff. But in the end, the character just does not have very much objective pressure, which is huge. He can hardly do any damage to structures. He can hardly do Bull Demon. He can do Bull Demon decently, but that's like his biggest fault in terms of Duel. And it just makes it so hard for him. So hard to end and stuff like that. Maybe it'll be a little easier with the changes, but I don't think that's enough to put him somewhere decent in A+. I think he's at least the lower end. I'm going to be honest. Like he's been getting nerfed. I wanted to make a 10-hour video. Not 10-hour video, but like I was going to do a video series of 10 hours on a certain character. And I was going to start with King Arthur because I was having fun with him. I was playing him in Duel. And I started to realize that the character was like pretty bad. Like, he was decently strong. His abilities, his mechanics were all tons of fun, but his objective pressure and everything, and the respawn timers and how low they are, and how easily people can come back, it just destroys you. It just screws you over so hard as King Arthur. There's, like, so little you can do. And then that was before he got nerfed even harder, and then he got nerfed again. So it's like he's probably even worse. You never really see him anymore. Anyways, let's move on. Gonna keep him in A+, low end. Hexball, Where is he on this tier list? I probably don't even have him up yet, do I? Do I? Oh, whatever. I can just choose. I think I'm going to keep him on the low end of A+. He was really good in Conquest, but in Duel, he's just... I don't really see him comparing with these ADCs. I'm going to keep him on the low end of... or the high end of A for now. Discordia, absolute garbage. I'm tempted to put her in A-, honestly. She's one of the worst gods in Duel. Like, without a doubt. Without a doubt. People might think she's decent, but you're wrong. You are just wrong. You are just completely wrong. This character, Discordia, has some of the lowest base health I've ever seen in the entire game. And this is an Attacker's Blessing meta. So basically, any god that has a decent early game. I have played so many matchups against Discordia. I have struggled so hard to get a Discordia recording because this character... Literally, if you miss your 2 and the other person has a jump, you are fucking screwed. You can't just sit in that little ring. You can't just sit in it. You might think you can just juke around in it, but you can't. That is a circular little area, and if someone like, imagine a Fenrir, imagine a Thanatos, imagine a Susanoo, imagine any ability-based character early game. The second you even remotely miss your 2, or anything like that, you are so ungodly out of position, and your cooldowns take forever. Your ultimate is practically useless. It's okay, it does a decent bit of damage. But overall, that character is just... No, it does not... She does not stand a chance against, like, almost all of these characters. It's ridiculous. her low base health is one of the biggest things. Because, like, there's two things in this meta. There's the Bancroft's meta, and then there's the early game Attacker's Blessing meta, which is like, you get so much pressure early game, and you snowball off of that. And Discordia is just, without a doubt, I am adamant on that decision. She is so bad. Oh my god. But yeah, easily low end of A, maybe even A-. She's just a very, very bad character. Raijin has potential. Easily an A+. Him, Spear, Cronus Pendant, Bancrofts, it's insane. His cooldown, like his resets and stuff like that are nutty. Chernobog, I think I had him an S- in the previous one, but I'm going to keep him in A+ for this one. Chernobog is... He's a good ADC, but if we're to compare him to the gods that are in S-, he doesn't have too good of a steroid. He has like his 1, which is pretty decent. His 2 is nice, but in terms of boxing other auto attack based characters and stuff like that, he doesn't do as well as gods like Hu Yi. You have Neith that just hold you in place. She has like her attack speed reduction. Medusa, all of these characters just do what Chiron does better. And like his ultimate is okay, but it's super easy to, like, if you just cleanse it, like you could go with beads, you could do a number of things. Like his kit is just really easily counterable, and I don't think that's enough to put him in S-. He just doesn't have enough going for him. I don't think. Like, he just struggles. So yeah, I'll keep him an A+. I think he's comfortable there. Okay, let's move on. What do we got next? Thor. Same boat as the other assassins. Where are all of the assassins? Serket. Low end of A, easily. She got hit probably harder than most people from this meta. Bancroft's meta, the early game strength. Fucking Serket and Nemesis both suck at like both of those things so badly, man. Okay, Nemesis Naja, A+, I'd say, easily. Maybe high ends of A+. Like Nemesis or Naja has so much potential. It's nuts. She can be played or whatever gender he choose or it, whatever. Okay, fuck. You know, A+. All right, comfortable there. Nua. Nua has a lot of potential. I don't think she's low enough to be in A, but she's not bad. Or she's not good enough to be an A+. I'm gonna put her at the high end of A. I think Nua's at the high end of A. She has a lot of potential with because she has flat protection reduct with her minions when they dash at you. It's like a crazy amount. That plus spear, you get demonic or something like that. Oh my god, like her kit has so much potential and it's really hard to fight against, but it depends on the player is the thing. The person has to be very knowledgeable of like their positioning and stuff like that, not having an escape, using their ult appropriately, you know, all of those things. And like, I don't want to just put her like up on a higher tier just because, you know, you can potentially play really well. That would be like me putting Thanatos or Susanoo up in fucking S+ because I can play them pretty well. It's like, you know, I gotta factor that in. Izanami A+. She's comfortable there. She has really good clear. Some of the fastest clear in the entire game, without a doubt. Just throws her autos, throws a 2, bada boom, bada bing. Yep, good steroid with her 1. She's very comfortable here. Maybe even S-, honestly. Close to S-. Yanis, probably A. Yanis got hit hard by this meta. Maybe even A. Or A-. I don't know. He got hit very hard. He just gets destroyed. He's decent. Like, the thing is about Yanis, he can do pretty well against, like, ability-based characters and stuff like that. Characters that have to rely on, you know, hitting abilities and playing around that and sticking to them. Gods that have to stick to him and stuff like that. But against, like, an ADC or something like that, from my own experience, like, ADCs can just continuously poke you. If you're caught out once without, like, your 2 or your portal, they can just stick to you and just auto you to death. And there's not much you can do. Like, you can't out DPS an assassin. Like, you hit your combo, like, it's a 1v1. They are building exactly what they need to counter you. They're building magical defense, and even with your obsidian and all that you have, you are just not going to have enough damage to do what you do in Conquest with, like, a one-shot burst thing. It's like, that's not going to be enough. And the second you use your 1-2 and they come at you and your shit's down, like, good luck. Yeah, what are you going to do, ult out? Like, ugh, it's very frustrating. Tier, I'm comfortable putting Tier in, like, A, I think. Yeah, he deserves to be like that as well. But he can build Blackthorn and stuff like that, and he has a lot of potential. I see Tier beating a lot of the characters in A+, though. Like, his early game damage with Attacker's Blessing and all that definitely merit him a decent placing in A+, or at least an A, and maybe lower ends of A+. Like, he does very well against a lot of characters in A+. Now that I think about it. Like, the early game, like, Tier with his Fearless early game, good. That is scary. Mercury, we're going to keep him an A-. Mercury, he struggles a lot in Duel. A lot of characters that rely on Golden Blade kind of struggle in Duel. Like, although they made that item to come back for him, yes, he can get Golden Blade online. He has decent clear, but you got to realize that other characters are going to have one of, like, two things. Attacker's Blessing or Bancrofts. And if you think you can get your build online before they start destroying you and you have to play passive all game and they snowball against you, yes, you can get late game, you can do stuff, but getting there is just so ungodly frustrating. Rama, very low end of A. Very low end of A. Yeah. Maybe mid-tier A. Yeah, he just isn't that amazing. Like, Attacker's Blessing, Bancross meta, it's decent. Like, his early game clear is good, but once you get to that, like, late game or mid-game stage, he just doesn't hold up as well as other, like, ADCs and stuff like that. Because, yes, he has, like, some crazy fast attack speed, but he's just got pretty much it. That's all he's got going from his kit. Like, slow. His ult's decent, but you have to build him auto attack base focused, which makes his ult not do as ridiculous amount of damage. So yeah, I'm comfortable putting him in A. Jingwei, I think she's probably A+ now. I'm comfortable with putting her in there. She can definitely compete with a lot of other ADCs in here and even fight. Her passive is insane in Duel. She is one of the few gods that, without a doubt, is most likely going to win the fight for red. Like, without a doubt. Like, her passive is just amazing for the fight for red, which is really important for snowballing, getting her build online, finishing Attacker's Blessing for the early game stages, all that, and her crit passive and all that is really useful. Kind of falls off a little late game, but that's why she's not S- or anything. Chalk Blackthorn, definitely. Yeah, there's a good reason for him to be in there. Ao Kuang is A. It seems right. Ratatosker, same deal as them. Just a bad character. Scylla, a lot of potential. A+. Can be with Bancroft, stuff like that. She frags. She's got good escape, good peel. All around, just a solid character. Where do I put Bacchus in this? I put him in C? Okay, yeah. Yeah, okay, I got a lot of hate because of the Guardians and where I put them in the previous tier list. Okay, listen, alright, I understand. Yeah, I might have misplaced them a little bit, alright. B's probably, or A-, B-ish is a decent place for them. Ares is without a doubt the worst character in the entire game. Aphrodite I put in B last time, but she's got a lot of crazy nerfs. This one, don't take my word for it. I'm just going to keep her in A as like an even level. Like, keep in mind she still doesn't really have an escape. She has very simple damage, all that stuff. But she did get like a hell of a lot of buffs. So we might see more of her, but for now I can still see her like around A level. She's moved up, but not by much. A- would be like the stronger Guardians that actually have a chance. I'd throw like Athena, maybe. Actually, Athena I might even throw an A, honestly. Athena's like surprisingly good. Athena's passive, blocking autos, she does well against some ADCs. She can consistently kite. You know, her passive builds up stacks with blocks, all that sort of stuff. Taunts, long range autos with Poly. She does really well. You just go like boots, defense, Bancrofts, all that, and you're in a pretty good spot. Gamakarna, put him in B. A lot of his damage is just easily interruptible, all that stuff. Xingqian, A-. He did get buffed. I think he's in a pretty good spot right now. Maybe even A level. Nah, I think Athena might be one of the best Guardians in Duel. Her and like maybe Fafnir, I think. Fafnir, maybe. Ganesha, same with that. Just simple damage. Yes, you can frag off an ult. Oh yeah, Kuzumbo. Kuzumbo's easily A. Nike, put her in A- as well. Her kit's so easily interruptible. Arachne, not strong enough to be S-, but definitely A+ potential. Like her spiders and stuff like that, she got buffed so that now she applies a slow or whatnot with her ultimate. She got good attack speed, She does really well auto attack based, and she can outbox almost any god in the game. Getting to that point's a little difficult, especially if you know how to play against an Arachne. She's got good sustain and all that, but just getting online and even late game compared to most higher tier gods, she just doesn't. She's good, but she's just not as good as a lot of characters. Put Guan Yu in here as well. His shred, his early game potential, heal's not all that great, but that god can destroy. I can see him fighting a lot of these gods in A+, and him doing completely fine. Ravana will keep him there as well. He's an assassin now, but he's easily A+ level. Chang'e, A+ as well, or A-. It is a little bit of a healer meta, but Chang'e, I don't know what happened. Season 2, she was like top of the game. But now, that god freaking sucks. She has low base health. Her healing isn't that great, easily countered. Her damage is really straightforward. She's got like a stun that does better in team fights, but you're in a 1v1, so. Kukulkan. I'm comfortable keeping him here. A+. Yep, good clear. Good damage. Nice ultimate. RDO A-. She's really good. She has a lot of damage, but her end game is definitely a bit of a struggle. But there has been changes, like obviously to the late game, right? Like ending against the Titan is a little easier, but that's like majority of where the Guardians struggle is getting objective pressure as well as ending the game. So I'm gonna keep her an A. I feel like she has potential to be A, but at least on the very low end. Like I beat a Kronos the other day. Like she can play super well with Spear and all that. Terra, Geb. God, I don't even know. Is he A- or is he like A? I don't think he's enough to be. But he's like, see, sometimes he can frag. Like certain matchups, Geb wins that are like so unexpected. Geb fucking beats Baron. Geb like straight up just beats Baron. Like so many random matchups that just. But overall, I feel like he's just so easily counterable. But I don't think he's good enough. Maybe a high end of A-, I think would be a good spot for him. Nox, very little going for her in her kit. Same with Odin. It's just really straightforward. Ooh, I land on you. So many gods can just jump out or just play around it. Like you just juke a Nox. Certain characters like would struggle against Nox. For example, like Merlin. I don't even want Merlin in A+, man. God. Morgan. Keep her in like A-ish. I think she's comfortable in A. She's got decent DPS, but her ult just takes so long to get off. Maybe a high end of A. Because I can see her doing decently well against a few characters in A+, but I don't think she's good enough to be in there herself. Sun Wukong, low end of A. He fell off really hard. Yeah, I have him in the same place in my old one as well. Yorm, B. Oh my god, that god. His ultimate is just practically useless. His damage is okay. I don't know how to play Cerberus, so this might just be me, but I'm just gonna. I think he's comfortable in like B. I don't know. Thoth has really fallen off. Like I used to consider him pretty decent. Like he could just clear waves from a distance and just get away with everything, but nowadays, oof. Like he just gets pressured out so easily, especially not being able to camp as much. He's definitely like an A character. Sobek. Okay. The Guardians are a little iffy on this tier list, okay? Don't take my complete word for the tier list in terms of Guardians. Go ask Hatmaster or something, man. I don't have a crazy amount of experience with Guardians. I'm just trying to think of them realistically in the meta, but I don't have a crazy amount of experience with these characters, so I don't exactly know where to place them. Yeah, go ask Hatmaster or something for that. Isis, low end... shit. Damn it. I'm gonna get demonetized for saying that, aren't I? No! No! I don't want to get demonetized. Yeah, low end of A, easily. She's just got such low base health. Easily just destroyed. Her kit's very straightforward. She's got healing, easily counterable. And especially you're going to build it, considering she's going Bancrofts and all that. Zeus, Zeus has a crazy amount of DPS. Like, he has crazy, crazy DPS, but I don't know if it's enough to put him in A+. Like, it's really good, especially combined with Bancrofts and all that, but I don't know if it's enough to put him in A+. He's also got low base health, like most mages. Swanus Kepri will put them there as well. Ares is 100% the worst god in the game. Ares has no clear, no pressure, so easily countered. That's just... We're not going to touch Horus or Set, because those gods are very released. But I have a feeling Set's going to be pretty decent. Horus is pretty... Let's relook at the tier list really quickly, decide what we want to change, if we want to change anything. Let's take a quick glance over all of them. So we want to keep... I'm thinking Vamana is comfortable in S. I think I like having him there. Scotty, I don't know if she belongs in S minus anymore. I don't really see her beating majority of these characters. Debatable. Low S minus, high A plus. I'm gonna put her in A plus. I feel like she's comfortable there. Remember, this is in no order. This is in no specific order. I did go out of my way to talk about which gods I think are higher up in their respective tiers, but yeah. Merlin, I think, is comfortable in A plus. Same with Baron. Yeah, quite a bit has changed, though, that's for certain. Okay. I think I'm comfortable with this list. I think I like it. I think I'm comfortable with it. All right. I think that is going to be the end. I tried my best. I gave insight into every single character and why I have them there. And I went out of my way to do that. If you have any thoughts, opinions, suggestions, please be sure to leave them in the comments and debate it amongst yourselves. Remember, do not go out of your way to just hate me because this is my personal tier list. This is just an opinion. You don't have to take this super seriously. This is just how I see the characters overall. But anyways, that's going to be that. I don't think I can actually save this tier list. I don't think I can. Can I save it? I guess I'll screenshot it, and then I will just send a link to that screenshot in the description if you're curious to see the tier list. But yeah, this is it. Leave your opinions, your thoughts. Remember to like the video for a chance of winning this thing right there. Subscribe for a chance as well. Anyways, that's the tier list. I hope you guys did enjoy it. I finally got that done. Duel guide coming out here soon that is going to reference this. So anyways, I hope you guys really did enjoy. I will see you in the next video, guys. I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and goodbye.